Dating a sleeping farm. Project project number
project number 001.
Project number ADAK 001 2024. ADAK 001 2024 episode 1.
Episode 1.
Sightseeing.
Sightseeing.
Yeah, cosite.
Aprawa, mom ko ribi ho. It's against international rules to say very aprawa.
What is that?
And I say
aprawa daddy.
Pangolin. Ori aprawa dia ye becho. I was aprawa or pa.
I mean remojana.
Ah sir. It will be odi wachi bi an Korea aprawa bi.
Eti no mutia mo amo pese mo amodi mudin beba beba no. Me pacho ye Korea aprawa na mo. Minim kwa se bi Ghana.
Aprawa. I want that they are getting into extension.
I know now no mudi jeja kwan ho no.
Aprawa nti say you and say you aprawa. Ukum no a wanya asem.
I was wondering, yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it.
Ori a wanya asem.
Unam kwan no ko jeje ti won no obesi jeja kwan bebrebe. They should I was wondering and I work it we had na ori na dey na be every.
Enti aprawa ye enti wo kwa na kwari aprawa ho ko fa asem bia me hye me.
Of am ni problem. Me dey nsomnam kwan na mere. Milk cry plant based milk na me. It's you know omo person omo ye part of the challenge. Mun kusu na mfo budimra. Na ye be ke kabu. Omo fam no. Wo so woni me dey, woni me number fa bre me.
Wan kasa ye woni magere ane odame. Muntimi nya a dedicated line.
And now your WhatsApp line no. Say your WhatsApp line in that Facebook feed no so. So I'm testing me ametna ho na ma picky din ni numbers no. Na ma frefre mu nyina then we have to make it happen. It is doable.
And so my challenge with the network system no.
Yeah.
So na
but so if I say on so da ho.
So the either side of the
so
farm.
Irrigation wouldn't be a problem. We just have to connect pipes on the small motor and we make it happen. Over yes you are there.
Yeah there.
And over me call Gary farm Gary baby omunkofo bi na omo she Gary omo ye Gary omo tutun Gary. Me John I'm sure mudin are you not too close to the fire? I'm saying by Benny then. No, it has to change. And I do not meet me room side. I was just and I'm designing machine at better than Gary. I brought more mail. First one is manual. Then later we automate it.
Okay. But
I'm fine here.
A better meeting on it. And now you now yet me upgrade agric onto because some say you should any agric program be
apart from any madu there.
Why? Right. Enti gusutene neat 100.9 FM. Engineer and Chi Buasiakon is here. Na yemramiti.
What's cool, fresh and trendy with a new look? Makes you feel real good, that refreshing vibe. Satisfies you right just the way you like. Do you know? Do you know? Do you know? Ain't gotta do it alone. Specialized makes you flow. Anytime, anywhere. Specialized feel different. Always think specialized. Special Ice Natural Mineral Water. Feel different. Think special. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA. What's cool, fresh and trendy with a new look? Makes you feel real good, that refreshing vibe. Satisfies you right just the way you like. Do you know? Do you know? Do you know? Ain't gotta do it alone. Specialized makes you flow. Anytime, anywhere. Specialized feel different. Always think specialized.
special. Ice Natural Mineral Water. Feel different. Think special. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Neat 100.9 FM Sunny. And Wednesday, May 22, 2024. In the studios, engineer Entry Buasiakon of the New Patriotic Party. Now we expect to have Amaliba Kingsley of the NDC and I am Sapon of the Movement for Change Afra Franton. But then we can say in so to a one client. Yeah, na wo mo atena bruch de ache no e na be so so okwa adwuma wo mo enta bruch eje no nya de a wo be so so okwa adwuma until you ask yourself say giving asetena yetimu kra ha say any open spaces e won kra ha say no ensuo to a is it worth your while so be sorry say okwa adwuma. And I say in this instance, you invite to a radio program. No, I can say when you promises over bad idea, over bad notwithstanding saying Swato. Engineer, what's your thought on that?
Once and the crown okay, once every straight channel in suit to crown them. Because tab no more here, and you in soon a toy, and soon a toy and there's no found. And until it says soon, oh, me, and I do a yo and a power. It has said me to me.
You don't want to make excuses.
Not at all. In fact,
but all the open spaces in Niho. I say so sweet.
Naseslano in so try. It was so to me caco for bus in so tono. Time on a bus and just at the bedroom station. One time on a baby draw. Into one fun so man could you know I can. Or no, me down just in so too. And now it took on 15 minutes and 30 minutes and for rubber. Inti, what would you do? I saw fun soon when I could know.
No, no, cranny, and
well, just not power. No, I saw it. What could you know?
Who we are not discanning by no bit yet, didn't seem who.
Not just a how pan. Wow, how papa. Father Bruce na aiding. Omo matnaho, Omunim, and the Nim Sin City. So the whole offer there, what na you catch it, Unim Sin City. Because me call Bruce for na around ye na me Juma Maye. Me call for no as a student. Na that time me yet more a warehouse be, and I'm signing a double the KB. Cutting. And then so I'm so me school.
Imagine.
Internal papa na between baby amakoye manaju juma na wie na sem sa koye double the KB. Me call so ne form no. Na onam snow mo pao. Na udimrika to boko kudru baby a hono no na emfifre pa eto nso na awo snow ato nso na fifre to sanse udimrika nti abrochire pa na de okotena ho na unya experience na eboa na eno ena se obi odi dwuma bi hye obi nsa ana se sika bi hye obi nsa se omfanye bibi e wo Ghana hama na se ototo na se a na aya asefem bebre. Na a good experience. I brought straight there. Ma unhu niema bebre ani so. Ma unhu nipa su na omo ban.
Because we said in soon see kiki. Your damn crowd eventually me catch so. Said I hear Kwame Nkrumah say na and then tiachire a me say catch so. Ate na me manager ba. Obi gina me check catch me say that crowd soon to say nko. But na ye me bibi say listen a bit to one more.
Also came program way. And in so to be able ha in so to nim ekoso. Ebi wa brochira omutie ehunu nso no nto. Enti 20 man. Me disappoint on.
Na me ni kura wu. Enso ne toy ye.
Ba bia na me wa me catch me say enso to me wo program. I say me free ha 1:45. Na me di be 30 minutes go do. And I'm there 1 hour 30 minutes na be do ha. So you can imagine.
And so you were committed so be.
I was committed say I always have to be here. Because nipa be brain na omo committed so
much. But then yet me that level of commitment say yempe excuses, yempe lamentation, be committed to doing what is right and possibly bring something good to bear on the country.
Maybe I make say nipa omuma excuses no.
I mean ya boni din say me wa fa asen kwa dem so ma.
No papa. Traffic na chipa na I know the. Traffic na no wey. Ani enya pa.
Traffic na no wey. Me catch road am say me nam kwan so ba 30 minutes bro.
Na me say 1 hour 30 minutes na me be do.
Abrabranto ya.
You want me free isle go higher na ebo.
Kami bia manu aka say me wa fa abrabranto there. Obaka say
because you had
ayira mo no what the ball can say ayira mo ne tizana ukoshe mpaase ya the judge say your here dry wash because you that level of commitment how can we bring it to bear?
I think that's what we need in Ghana. San say that commitment and the bema will be a juma wa fa say ya juma man no e be koso and the bema wan kasa we
excuses lamentations
I didn't hear because a juma no me will be a ya juma obekọ na attitude or the word juma no ade say yentwe e kai am so what yentwe o kai yenti na wa attitude ni na me no obi kasa na say police for there wonim didn't omo bribe no na omo sika dem omo so am so here o ko je juma no sika e ka say de bema woni ɛho enwuma na wo bɛyɛ nanu ni anu ntumi nya anu ntumi nya wo excuse say sika dem mi so a ntina me attitude am de ko adwuma no enye committed say commitment ni so no that is how much I can say betwa wagya to mu nipa na adwuma a ye de ahye won san anu nie koye wuntumi nya akotena wo fie nye so akɔhye adwuma no mu na oyɛ some attitude bi a ɛde adwuma no ɛbɛti akɔfom nti commitment no abrochire woye clean akra na woye adwuma na etwa se oye no sania ya hyehyɛ nse ye no sika no so se nso ye pepe this are dey chan adwuma no wulusu so ho
and
I hope adwuma ho bebre kra no
or London also over it's ready no but I have no choice than to pass through the rain to get to work. Sure. I nearly slipped around Ludgate Circus, Old Bailey. Wanted to join bus 15 to Trafalgar Square.
Also, I don't know she knows about audio.
So imagine, I say I nearly slipped around Ludgate Circus, the Old Bailey.
You see,
like Old Bailey near High Courts, our London. And I wanted
to Trafalgar Square.
Wanted to jump bus 15 to Trafalgar Square. It the bus near caught and so talk.
And to on the camp of you know on chair.
Bus and so a gate so open one.
Man akatum. So na no ato e form to bo ho a waso aso kwase yetwa. Iye nwunu sa kwase yi waso. O do satan.
The other any can you say wakwa abaro na e wo say odo nsa hye ubotom eyi wo kiss na odi bi
unsa we pa unsa da yititriti
e say ya be yi
kinu so ye nwunu
gloves no na odo nsa hye ubotom
uso manzo
urade na bozo I say hey ADAKABRI to the whole year. Good afternoon sir ADAKABRI. Me manti is airborne inside Kingsland. Over please kindly wish Ahmad Duncan aka Mamiama of Canning Town inside East London, a glorious happy birthday for me. From your husband Joe, Amanda, Kwabinak, a.k. Ubasanjo, Joel, Auntie Paulina, a.k. Amakutu, Auntie Lucy, Bozo, Kwabinak Baron, Ivan, Abba, and the rest of the family celebrate you today, Mamiama. Also a happy birthday reaching out to Dostina of Jachi Pramso from Kwabinak Mani Tagore. And your loved ones celebrate you today, Dostina. Wafa, please kindly spend special condolences to Rita Osebonsu in the USA as you bury your dear dad, Mr. Francis Osebonsu, a.k.a. I just said this Saturday at Pechi number 1. May God comfort you and your family, Rita, in this difficult moment. Fantastic show by all standards. Keep it up from Master P in London. Nana, na yeguso kan hawa ensuo toka krabia. Yankwa adwuma. Open drains in Accra. Into Suroso wa hwa wakoto gota bi mu. Na ese US any UK any Europe North America any ade nyina continental Europe ni ade no lamentations ni excuses say nsu ato weather changes into me nkwa adwuma no eni ho na yen no are we justified say open drains say bia wakote atwo gota bi mu nti trotro wa hwa oni wiper mpo oni windshield mpo itimoti trotro mu na nsu obo no nti na wasa wo da fie are we justified?
Offer needy kind machia with you. Na mapa chose me ye late. Na nsan me ko asem no so no offer. Enne ye da stronko e da Ghana nyina kuma so kese. Na se wo kan wo Bible year Bible no be bi wo ho no mu a o si enhyiranka ye funu a ewo ebabi. Na eneno da yafunu bi a ewo oba bi a waye nhira ma Ghana your friend is saying
Mrs. Victoria
Yura Alan John Kojo Tremantin, ne mame, Madame Victoria.
Mrs.
Tremantin. Mrs. No, the Oye and Mrs. Na said, yeah, Oye young girl, you know.
They were younger,
Over
Mrs. Chamati.
with the 104 years.
104.
And ne,
Oye New Wilson.
Ni Wilson. Victoria Tremantin. Yemano, Awoda, Sronkun, kesi. Nyamye Shrano. Yebeko swabo nyame mpaye se obekra na mayen na wama no enkwa ahondin wo eme se unim yewura Alan ene ne busuan yi omo mame dom akoma so pa na abrewa nso so de Ghana so dana akoma so de bia da no kra ne white handkerchief de bia da na uhim na ode nyame ase se nyame ishira onigane nyina ntie na Victoria ya ma otrinkwa metwa onsem no so ofa na
enye ne ba ne Alan Chematin pe ne ba ne Steve Chematin so
Steven Chematin
ne ba so ne eja
Chematin se Alan na yebo a na dodo na animu
Alan no kwa yeketwa
ono na yeketwa se Uncle Steve na epenyini
yes
and the late Bridget
and
Chematin nka anisi nka Auntie Bridget yasia
everybody
nyame fa ne craze na ebe say engineer there me nye sure say woni momosa na
engineer on ayi pe sana no me da ayi ka she wono krom be che ne ene enti Alan sab de won ka bi ono de huntumi na boss
Alan ne
I need to see me no
Oh, I was man money there.
yeah I need to do mu aya wa ye de bibi area o de mu aya be bro
ofa ayenso so ana wada ula so ase ama me betu na wadi mi onu hu sa wadi mi ana ma producer abremiti
a cappuccino no I'm from cappuccino now. I need my cappuccino.
And then I said, offer with the abribi.
The real few crack says also me. And the cappuccino crack just was Sunday. Red Yeast FM.
Aye. So you know, but me the tea pa.
Tea pa.
Offer. You free Genesis and Sania ko Exodus. And Sania ba lamentation. Your problem are your war. Se insuo to anamframefa na yenkwa adwuma no enye memfoa so na woni fare bai ofa okwa abuchima mu a woken ya se ne woken aye underground drainage na wo ho engineer wotia
Yeah.
unhunu se open drainage bia wo ba bia ofa okwa abuchima mu a yeken ya ensuo to no baby a was a bus station ni gina no ho ye clear se ugina ho a bus no kura be hu se ugina ho na be fa wo de hia ne se wahare wo ho na wakwa ko gina ho bus be ba be fa wo ofa ye man mu ayeti entisa baby a me free a me ba show yi so for hwe traffic abo wo ho a
ni na obstacles abakwan no
ni na obstacles abakwan enso no to how many minutes
30 minutes and the toy
30 minutes offer ensunsuo yi
and from anemu
ensuo na yiri akwan no so nyina ayema ukura car ketwa ensuo kwa o engine mu a ebegina sei medie efidie baby efidie bi so na no me kan bra nsuo to ana esese nyoma offer se wo free oko 37 your friends Bema camp once overhead bi na wo ho no
Gifford Road ho
no embassy side ho no se nsuo to you dey se yenko hwe ho ubehu se nsuo overhead no so anya ase o overhead
ejina soro ho enya baby nsanemba
I have called for us to have a national dialogue on re-engineering on our infrastructure.
The hydrology department for.
Offer. abrofo a omo ba be ye kwan omo a sa abrofo na na ye omo krum kwan o. It all has to do with the engineering orientation ayo. And then mremu offer. Kro bia ni wiase a obekwa open drainage wo ho. Man bia ni wa obekwa. Unhu se efom utimi e de enwura etutokuru bi mu. Ye create ho e wo ho no. Enye sa afi na okodwompe dia tum. Otene ya na ahye. Se ball aka ni begina ho se e fa yi a utimi se e dan mu a ene ye de ahye fom a ye de e den nwura na gum edi nwura na gum ade ni ntimi nye bi wo Ghana. And these are modern day roads Into at the end of the day,
arterial road here, Taifa has a moose or just a total blockade.
Yeah, wo Spintex kwan you see. E kwa joining East Legon and we ought to be able to have modern engineering.
Benzaka cappuccino na or say that we won't share one chain and to a new Yammer.
Okay.
Remember your body.
They saw your MPP. Oh, MPP.
And you just MPP.
No, my boy, ding.
And no, my boy, MPP.
No, my boy, ding.
Service can.
Yes, service can cry.
I'm sending people for the moment into the sector. And you're here.
Now, you remember we read in your scar to be a CEO. They say, and $1 15 CDs, 25 pesos. 15 to 25 pesos.
About bank rate near 1460. 1465.
Over and I said, we did bro for now making. Bangi,
just on farm mounts up a cotradi. This a walkers on fan tradi amount, no, they are
no crown of our accounts of grow. Into any accounts were bank, yeah. I said no name, maybe. So, as someone I'm making, I
was sticking in a comment.
You see, they take joy in seeing this. You know, when things are difficult, especially under this government, then they're happy. Meanwhile, they were part of this government under Tamana Nema Ayedin Crown, Womu, and so on. I back a year DT, the boy Yedin Crown, Tatamana, Lipton, Tatamana, a lunchamantin, a trade minister, and Lipton, the boy
interest rate, Minister of Trade,
the boy Yedin Pan, our Ghana.
Bank rate, say, Minister of Trade, any other
market for that. I'm going to Ghana.
Who controls the market of
he brings the policy for the finance ministry to implement it. And the policies being and a trade minister the buy. Mentisa Alan, the longest serving trade minister in Ghana. National policy on trade. Or the ambassador way, no way, I'm there to if you could trade we had way, Juma, a bit copy or me.
So, number one,
I didn't see that.
And then I'm watching me.
Oh.
Number one, I was here, and I was here.
And yes, they been no cancer. They been no
you are saying
when he was the 8th minister for 8 plus 4, 12 years minister for trade, the longest serving minister in the country. Not a single policy. Trade support. I mean, hey, and and the man never
I mean, phrases you have in time use, but I think that engineer, you are exhibiting a very high level of ignorance in terms of trade knowledge.
Oh, how?
Please.
How?
In Ghana here,
the trade policy anyhow.
Policy ben on to wa and nunti sa ayina yekotoya or the tia on me. Alan Bresso, a so tia. That's what I'm asking.
The current president of this country, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, on many platforms has stated that the single most strategic policy that is moving this economy comes from the Ministry of Trade. And yebiano na yangwa money anwa. Somehow now okay. As
the
president of the Republic, the president of the country.
So the point is,
you ministry
under his leadership, under the leadership of Alan John Kojo,
under Nana Akufo-Addo's government, right?
What are you talking about?
No, under Nana Akufo-Addo's government. When it is good, he takes credit.
When Alan was
when he thinks it's good, he wants to take credit. And when things are difficult, when things are difficult, yeah. Oh, and Alan no count. No.
At the same charge, no more about me.
No. Now that when they go about me, Alan, they move on.
What you do not know.
And I think the team worked very hard. Akufo's team has worked very hard.
Okay, tell us the positive
there
differential.
Are two differences. One controls the trade and industry sector of the economy. Diana Oye. Or introducing 1D, 1F. What was the brain behind it? The brain behind this was to increase our number of factories, increase productivity, then increase what we take outside. Just a raw materials now, import added value, no. Export, no. Yeah, export here, na edisika aba on mine. What you say? 2, or create jobs after setting up the foundation for job creation. The introduction of the business resource centers, the bringing about of the African continental free trade, and in these were all laying down the foundations. Now, on the other hand, Alhaji was in charge of the economic aspect of it, the macro economy. Now, it was all handle currency stability. Now, it was all handle interest rates. Now, it was all handle exchange rate. From time where you did economy a share of a wadaruma. ABC the same rate. Exchange rate is always on the increase. To the extent say and now you can see $1 a 15 cedis 25 pesos. Interbank rate say you akobo besia. Say see me no can see. Banga or the amount fokra no a 32%. Natures or the achew a 32%. Currency stability. Sika kra ni minim near the atobi. And this is common knowledge everybody knows. Until one, as trade and industry minister, performed, we have actually fulfilled our aspect of the bargain. On your cry also has failed woefully. So why would you want to say? And why would you even want to suggest? Say, hey, Alan, DM policy now they buy. Policies are they buy. 2020 Moko elections. Tell me which current.
So I mean, what is the topic for today? So that we can go because I mean, who
question about
it. Now,
the dynamic can say.
That's near person who say lamentations, excuses. How are we able to cut it here in Ghana, notwithstanding open spaces now and so and society danger too?
We have no excuse, as I said, not to go to work and I say functions I was here because of Nsu. But I will say development officers also. In your certain some level of reorientation, our engineering aspect. And I'm calling for a national dialogue on this. It is hard times say you be moving away from the traditional open drainage, any acquiring kitting tanks and kitting kitia. Yeah, you know. I know me pese mistake. But if I may banana meet you on the agriculture sector. Offer. I may say with discussion on that is so much of interest, Emma. Na near ye me de kesi. Papa bi a on ne kasa ya o ka say I was say ye amanyo sem no. Ye di policies eba abontin. Clear cut policy ebe buaye.
In the form of a plan.
In the form of a plan. And no na me frewa catcher say me pacho catcher ne say me breno yen great transformational plan no. Okay. The aspect we talks about the economy no, under the economy no, you were the new agricultural revolution. That one no has two broad thematic areas and pillars. Number one, enhancing agricultural production and productivity. And then number two, agricultural marketing and distribution. Now, the area now you can about enhancing agricultural production and productivity now. Say ma yumfu adoso. Na ye nyan no ba ye kesi. Na ye add value. Ni ye dibi wa ha, ni ye dibi akwa ama na one. Eno ho asem na ye ke. Na we eno plans are na ye wo. Ana nyoma ye di atu akwa mu ebi ni. Transform all existing large-scale irrigation schemes to agro parks by privatizing the needed services such as irrigation, input credit scheme, and comprehensive mechanization services. That's that mechanization services has to do the land preparation to post-harvest services. And only a PCA. Number 2, agro parks would be tailored agro-ecological zones with at least 3 in each region. Because mountain bia ye wa bia no ye won no baya udua ne kese kese a eyeye. Offer say kra cotton kra hu bi. My boss
that's near cotton development
northern region. Na first no ye can emu pa ye do Ghana ha. My father was into rice plantation. Ono ne a friend is saying Ibrahim Adams money those were Jimly areas mu nyina. Na di eno na di ulman ekopie ho no. What is it? Specific agro parks designated as special agro parks would act as backup logistics for smaller ones. Nti ye wa akese no na enya nketo so ede befo no. Now each agro park would include services for production, processing and packaging facilities of crops, poultry, livestock, aquaculture that would be linked to well-organized outgrowers and their accessory farms groups. Inti, and yes, ye dokeke say ye dokeke. Inti se wodo tomatoes na obedwa. Senia ube packaging no, senia ube cleaning no. Because the ye man born crying ye fene say ofa free farm gate hona ye nye ne hwe. Inti oni akọ obeto no kra na enye attractive ma no. Inti bo bi opebia na wabo. But say udi free foam ho ba. Eni cleaning, eni packaging kama eni ade bi si farm gate wa. Wofa wo kra na obeto no. O bobo na obedwini hu mi no. Inti agriculture becomes very attractive. Or say strengthen mass we na no ulamo e kan wansem no. Or say strengthen mass participation in agricultural activities. Operation Own a Farm and Farm for Your Life campaign. Inti
Operation Own
a Farm. Inti uye banker.
Because there are several persons have sent information saying
They
wish to be part of the team.
They are interested, but the how? Inti ye bechire kwanya. Ministry of Agric na ye de beba no. E bechire kwanya. Who as a banker bit me own farm. Ebi ana ye 1 acre pen bit me own. Me met me ye 1 acre. Obi bet me ye 1 acre. See ye kan ye hu bom as a group. Na
like
say
cooperative type.
Cooperative type na e mere bi atwim na e wo ho na. Of a magana. You benya that kind of you will see we will foster partnership with faith-based organizations. You want sorry baby try your wish your one start your fanyere.
Oh they call a year achim sechere abekwase Savior Church na na do say almost a cocoa farm. Ya the nipa free breaking na number be.
Yeah one CAC Pentecost. Your friend is saying
omu nyina so ye afu a
omu nyina ka so mu yefu, but the point is
MPP anko yefu a
inti faith-based organizations ye pe come na yase ni enyo because emrantie ne mmaba you are here yes ye nyina ye nya adwuma nye ya ye titifie offer si ye nya the new mechanization which would help agricultural revolution ya ye kan ho asem ya eyen sori ya na ye ko na sense asi da we na omuma ye na ye kire kwan se de ye be ye simple irrigation e de afifem modern mechanization aquaculture ya abeya utimi kete say office akitu ya obitimi nya a big your friends say catfish farm point and kill ya engineer osumna no a weekend bi okọ wibi ubenyiska
ala ta force na ye na more na dey
question na wosi busa no ofa inti papa na one ne kasa no kacha ne say omo maka ne de omu ni plan manenti ase nkomo plan anka ba na mo de abetudwa.
You are saying say Baumia enim oni any vision on agric.
Father see nyina itie no.
Your mahama any vision on agric.
On kasa ma intie o se obenya nkoko.
Perhaps yama a year engineer opportunity if he wishes to comment on other than that we look at other area.
Alan has come out with the great transformational plan, and as part of the 6 clusters, no, the one that deals with the economy, there is a an area that has to do with agricultural revolution. Under it, no plan na yɛpɛ sɛ yɛyɛ nyinaa ɛnyɛ promises sɛnea yɛbɛfa so a yɛbɛyɛ no.
Adi so Dr. Bawumia said the race is just between Dr. Bawumia and Mama Pe. Or say Alan and Kaho.
Oh, now in the Kasabi Omeka say he was joking.
Engineer, tell us, Dr. Bawumia appeared to say transferred benefits, welfareism, say Kaya Yifo, and then when you hostela, what they womo ebekwa could go. Is this something we should encourage?
Oh, I think say sa issue we promise I'll make here before the 2016 elections. Or can say in Yanum Dodona or Manya Quine Uncle Squan Quanimu, especially Free North. Na Oma South ha, drew her. Na Omani I want to talk. Na a Juma Omoye, and it's a Kayaye, a year headquarters no. Omudi and MSU so from one point to another. No magis kakakra. Na idru nyumra ba bia ombeda na ayedin. Oboko bridges ase na omudi ntuma se ho bi okra no kuta koda, mutumi daja koda no. Manfo ko honom ko repu omo and de keka ho. And was there be we need to find a solution. Anya ade asa adwuma we ebi free ho ne anase wo chena. Ghana ha it has become part of where the ebo nipa ewo babia yitu kwan say will be air faniema from one point to another no. If that's the case say ni nipa eye sa adwuma yi de o ma omo ye sa adwuma no, how long do metimi aye sa adwuma we nimran tibrem na nimra brem de obetimi aye na emom onyi ni kɔ na nim no adwuma be no obetimi aye ene yempe kwan bi so na yemma wo mu nsano dwuma anu nti so obekɔ akɔye na dwuma bo akɔ so ne niema ebi efra no pa kopuma awia kakra na waba be ye skill training ana se obekɔ akɔye sa adwuma yi be 3 days na what the 2 days ana se 3 days and so asuan nsano dwuma na one day wode ahome na afei ba bia omo ebeda se nipa omo koyo madwuma wie na bridge ase na omo de ntoma se na omo da
Fosto anim
amanfo sto anim
na efa wo mo basa
amanfo
against their
repo
wishes.
in fact ha dwen bebre and o se da bi bia mpe kwan bi so a ebe e de be solve sa problem we na o share bo se obepe hostel ama wo na senia yeku school yi dan na nipa be enwotwe ne gum enwotwe no empa no esoro ne form na bisi akira esoro ne form nti dan ba ko bia fa nipa nwotwe kra you can imagine the number of people as kaya efu yebetimi do makogum at least ombenya a decent washroom ombetimi akọ isi ho wash ho aye bibia. So it was a brilliant idea ampa so woye ye no ode ose ayoyo ama Ghana haya wankwa ma no ne ankoje sika get fund any bust and cocoa board omo osese kakakrakaka okani nyina bomu na wasi hostel akesie pa abrosan to so be enance num bi wo ayi Madina bi nso wo Adenta na Kumasi de ekoso sunwane de ekoso na Tamale de nso koso ha de na wawie na ade ba kwa wo mu the skill training na eka ho no commission for TVET yama wo accreditation center ho yebe train wo mpese o musua sine isi pamade wo mpese o musua sine isi etreye wo mpese o musua cosmetology o ma isi manim ene o mpese o carpentry ni nyina eda na yesi woni esa ye workshop kese pa modern workshop amfidie pa egum under Ghana TV service yedi teacher for akugu a ye be kire o ma de nti o mu wi a na ya ma o mu certificate proficiency proficiency 1 and 2 na omanya certificate chese wosua de ade no wodi ebitimi aye na dwuma
na omo be here.
Oh, it's a good start. I believe say ombeye san say we added value to omo dwuma omo ye anunti say woye adwuma na say obi ama wonsa no dwuma free we wonkutua sika bi emma obi a wokwan ho na wakusua no mfie na na say num na say miensa we aban na nkasa na wafa ho ka na omo ba ho no so just sika kra it just say e bia omo de beto aduane adi anopa nkra no aban ebe pe kwan mi so na or provide enti I think is a brilliant idea sans problem and identify and our provide a solution and I believe they will so much appreciate it. I've watched them that time omo ye program no na me ye Jumadi bi Washington region and unti mantimi ankwase ba me bae o mama update ehon tutuye ombeje ho accreditation any year planning ombe training any agencies ye beka bom na omunyina atimi collaborate na this is a lasting program ya to ho ebe bo wo mo akomanim ndo betra ho na onya ntete ni wi a na ehun se afie de wan kasa betime da adwuma na afie
a concrete plan of a kind of transferred benefits bia ebetimi at the abwa less fortunate vulnerable groupings
last na me free abri eba ena me fa madam fubi eho enti nipa bia na otimi ka mu na ni zip akiri de no na asai ena
oba na bema
oni nipa miensa ena om
na je wo mema na mo hwe oba ne zip asai
tie dem
epita ko yo bi na
question na obusa ne oba na bema na nipa miensa na etimi de ene de evini be so ba na bema
na se mema ye pomatare en fazi pon 20 and obviously you know say oba
agitated me
it was a leading question
how quick you want to respond with the nipa
that was a leading question enti ma question ebo mi pusa because no ayi ADAKABRI no question bia enye question kitwa o hwe na go ga de yenka o me kire
ye bizu di engineer
enti ya stop here na me hu se shop bi won e stop here na me free lady no na ka so odin ko insa no ye within 10 minutes o ma ya wie na me din koma na kan so ni shop no we register me din no so ono in fact o start as a kayayo akra ya na eventually ono obi kotena ye na o sha se osua na o be shop me ko enkura be 5
no no so training
o training wo mo nice shop into a kind of so wow so say utimi add this value no etu ho a I mean medem card prama na no frame me ye didn't come am so I mean so many avenues are
it opened your minds and eyes to something
exactly enti utimi start obi from nowhere amana be gina baby amana no ankasa de no and that is the essence of skill training na aban we discussion senya Ghana for maburu na in fact if you are saying according to the world national international world you know almost say the only way to reduce unemployment in the world is skill training. In fact, obi o skills bia no ye na ekwa abrochire o ma omo sika pa omo di omo ho omo ko holidays e ko ji omo ni omo nkuto omo skills nsa no dwuma we plumber we mason we block layer sankrofo no all the time they are on demand nti all the time no
akra ni afa ho adi o
Ghana na
o frɛ no Europe ba bia ono bejo call that fee kra eno dan chen
na missing anana me wo ho na me wife say ayi yen ayi op hall hono bathroom no was so na ensu bi leaky free na ofre obi so mewe wo see ansa no babedru hono eye 50 pounds
yes
obedru ha every 30 minutes be 50 pounds yes oba enso be di 2.5 hours
yes obey honest so aye
oh yeah no obey adwuma no oba e otwa ha no odi camera here na say ade na leaky free okwe no kutu ho na o sile ni nyina within 2.5 hours
and a cup of tea no so
no so the man wow
just a tea nka ho adi ayo
when you na the man so enti ensano dwuma de ye pa I mean we engineer Ghana ha ye training so we engineer na de but bia utimi ye adwuma me tie sisi ye me no kase I'm still receiving emails because as a professional yes professional person no the agency no ono okoton wa it's a footballer ono okoton wa no onya commission so the higher they are able to sell you know the more they get commission so with your credentials no ideas ni nema wonim no experience I want na all the time best companies you know they always approach you oh when a person nipa way no I approach you na fraudness is kind of when ho no oh yes and I never stayed home for more than 2 weeks Anytime I lose job in UK, not more than 2 weeks. Me call interview me and son, me do feel me no frame.
Yes.
And I'll get my job. And who could town son or Juma? Yes, something a boy ye pan, a boy ye pan. And Ghana hano abawi. In fact, for the past 6 years, ADAKABRI, it has never happened in the history of Ghana. Say one government will invest over 9 billion Ghana cedis to prop up technical and vocational education. It has never happened in the history of Ghana. Say technical schools or Ghana ha, omu workshop, ye infidi egu ho dada ni nyina ye difufu abegum na ya science is new workshop. Say Ghana ha, oko ye technical universities are. Omu workshop, state of the art workshop ICCC omu. Now me call Germany, the equipment e womu a omu de chade wo Germany no, the same thing na buying e de abegu krom ha. All the 10 technical universities. Inti oko technical universities equipment mono tech enimu half. I'm telling you today, tech the longest known technical university in Ghana. Technical universities are Ghana is here. Kumasi Technical University, Cape Coast Technical. Omunyema wopano. I wish that somebody will go to any of the technical universities and go to their workshop. The size is like a sports stadium, the pitch, no, a strong formula, equipment. The district mechanical department.
You can find out.
And that is the only way, ADAKABRI, we can reduce the unemployment in this country and in the world, actually.
Okay, mananamremwe. Engineer Peter and Jubu Siakon of the New Patriotic Party, Osono Kukurukono, and Nene. Now, Nanaya Sapon of the Movement for Change, Afrafranto SOM, training people to have Omuan Kasansano Jumano. Is it something Afrafranto award forte to be Timidia Brayana?
Oh, over, sir. Medas Nidikai. But, sir, about skill training. And he said, ye can't insano a juma yahoo, dear. Nay pe ubia wa bohun de huache, wakahun some watche. Na we ye na kumem so obeye amana ye fair. Of a usayala unya ubia. I may say, Nansia crowd share na probasi near your friend market tono. Se obekaya your call Volta region, from Mantem. Unya Quenya se oni beautiful no kasa. Okachre on se Nyame na dum na oton supagu nempa eboso. Na se utimi ebeye Ghana mampenyinia. Adi di kanya obeye ama Volta region. And it said, Yebeye Volta region, a skill development center for West Africa. Na, diene wumuni. Ye wo mabunu bebrea. Ofa omako school mpe wie no omako suade no. Ejume ni hono. Enko wonsa no ejume biya. Encounter into skill development center no will be focused on training the youth, focusing on very strategic and key areas of the economy and industries. Ofa, mebo aban na baso aya de na de ede sa de kaya yi eba yi nyina eye ejuma eni ho eye suku a yenya kwan anko bi ne yenya nsa no ejuma bi aso anye eni ohia akwadro ye ofa eye na empenifo no bebre kasa omose kaya yifo no free sirem mantem ena omaba media men kanesa omo ye nnuanom ne ye emmema ne mbaba wa omo firi nkuro nkituom abakuru kesi so omo bepe bibia kofi hover huko siremu akaya yi wo ho
ebi ho
adaroma uko dwom ho a ubenya head porter oton oto ade wi a obde be suality so de kwa ko jama ode akusi ukem omu nyina firi kuro nkituam menye ni se obi a wote kuro kesim se bia tamale ana bolga ana wa ofa ubenya ne se ode ne ba ha se oba be ye kaya yi obedi wachi eye kuro nkitwa no eno mu firi mu eno maba nti na meka sei ukoma kola ubenya obi a ofiri nkran he ya oye kaya yi ubenya obi a ebia ofiri asantemantam na waba na obeye kaya yi ubedom osukọ no na chese ofiri kuru kitu abim hia ani kom ani adwuma ani honti ena waba ofa media me see seni alan pese ye no in the line of skill development no see ye na sa ebeboa ye kese e was say the developers of the policy no the framework no etna sina omohwe strategically areas e wo economy ni mu a omuhia labor ofa me ma wo example so far your real estate development any infrastructural sector na all driving now na mo de bia obi si dan engineer foi omuhia obi ama na boa wo mo enye nyina na ebetimi akosuku akoye engineer real estate developer bia hia foreman ni su hia obi one ne beye adwuma ono su hia mason ni ono su hia obi a oye carpenter ni a woni measurements ono su hia obi a oye steel bender ana over meboa now that sector of the economy no ehia a certain number of labor force nti was yet na se share the deficits in these areas ofa yet here ye kase ofa ye oil industry omuwo ho a omutu oil ofa the very basic labor force no mu hia no ebi ni o mining to the extent say obekono na libra na nkasa na yini omufra manone na eba ofa omuhia welders wo ho omuhia steel benders wo ofa omuhia wo mo a omubetimi ekura machines ekura di rasas na se akwa hu se we wo enye ni nyina na computer yekotena ho akoye na no so do enye se yisika ketwa ofa sika womba
kaso de bi o
inti awasi yetna se ni ehunu the aspects of the industry yibe hia se nipa yi na ya chenkwara nim emmabunu num obia ne passion obia ne opese boye enye man ni nyina na pese omkoye sua makeup ye o enye man ni nyina na pese omusua trebo ofa ye wo ma bi wo ha omopese omusua senia yetwi bas ye wo ma bi wo ha omopese omusua senia omobeye eposo adwuma ye wo mabunu ni bi wo ho a ono de ni nigi ho kese eyekuayo ofa hostel ya yesi wo hayi se u ko siremu a ofa o de ye ahwekwan no so ubehu se asase tatra da ho kama da fom asi kasi ye ko yekua wo ho a
between Kintampo to Tamale
enye nubaye kitwa ni ibenya nti ebi mu honom so agree ki o manage ho
sasa ne feta
ofa Israel krazi eduanyoma
botano
so ofa eduanyoma o ye wo nkuro bi wo honom ha wofa sebi obo hono o nipa kra obre enso mutimi dua de ma ne yi
final comment
the final comment and say the developers of this policy, I don't even know if they have a policy to that effect, but they should be able to develop a policy to be able to sustain their ejuma. Na enkoye se ekofa kwan bi so ama wo chena ye betena ha ama ya kase kaya yifu a ya form se ye de omu kom omu ye 600 and Susika ye triamono, ye triamanipa 10,000. See at TSCI, controller and accountant general.
Even some of the jar.
Will be better now, catch it and say, for the digitalization. At their YP away all ghost names.
That's when
so no, that's sorry. Yes, he says school be crowd ha, school no cry say ni. So they be at the nipa eji musica. I was here when ye, and he be ambisiwa.
Okay.
Because one, startup kits no cry no say what do more mona say. Oh, more be capital, no one man capital is sustainable. Any one man cry nanke. Let us sit down properly. Have a proper policy on skill development, said here, Alan John Kojo Chamantin way. Near areas will be here nipa. Because the uko momuko suya skill be a yin here one more. Of an also the undue pressure, beba. Because you maybe, and so you man mean to be fine. Okay.
Ma, you wouldn't have final comments. So, engineer, anything of interest, how do you?
Yes. Over the weekend, the Yenya John Kuma Ijanechi Krakra, a Josu. Yemani Efe Ghana 4 shows say NDC 4 and PP 4 Obia or T John Kuma Wuni Biano. Issue say Papa ni wona eya. Sani di kuja no a chirikra. Na never be a course or hona na asifim kakra. Mpanimfo e call ye na ade bia yenu panyin Alan e koda na di wo ho. In fact, Papa no yina yebu no Ghana ha. Nti yebesre se onsusuma politics no inunity na oya odi bia odi no ma on demonstrate in everywhere. Video about Tabontin time the national regional chairman, Ashanti regional chairman.
Oh yeah.
Would di Baumia entourage, a year regional minister, and other CEOs. Aumu eka Baumia ho, almost shower yenase. Could do untumi chair Alan Wanchano.
Alan and
Chano, header in a near to chain was one channel cry, or Kennedy. Oh, I'll be on young who's a video. Or shut up.
None this year.
Oh, I may carry on watching this year. Oh, or head that a chair Mujin and Nibas. Oh, no, asked him, or head I yes, and you'll be a friend with you. And at that time, no, I could do per protocol. No, oh, who's any pana after swat. What shower you in some? Yes, that time will be distracted because a nipper on tot was in I am Penifua or me national leaders. Oh, what distractions are saying? Watch it up, why that didn't Satanable, and why had that done the near village? And why had that she the nuclear and the want to invest a coin?
I didn't know what Alan.
I don't know what my time for. I didn't what
said something to Alan say. Would you guess? No, that an enemy.
Politically,
right? No, wrong.
Wrong. You see, politics.
Yes, I'm a system. I think Croatiano. I was one of
you
don't do that.
Oh, you see, no, don't encourage such a thing. You see, no, politics. ADAKABRI. What's it? So you see, politicians. No. I mean, ADAKABRI. I don't expect you.
Or the vice president, the way on interacting.
No, that yes.
The way I went in team, regional minister.
He could have pretended the same way.
Oh, come on.
He could have pretended the same way.
Oh,
you are encouraging this. Oh, I don't. No, but I don't know evidence. Oh, you know.
But you don't do that.
Oh,
evidence man now.
And then I'm because Uncle Busan, so evidence. Huh? You can know, one friend said, but you who's a couple of no. I
said the Chiano.
So, China was starting something. You can see, the woman was not even interested to. And I make her say, oh, who you know now, and also no, or the channel, just Nina say, but I want to me and support no, I want to me and support no problem. Promise, and no. Now, idea, way, me feel say, oh, good, who find And
you don't do that.
You see, in politics, you have to show that maturity. Oh, yeah,
if some crofons no men can jom dem bia say won to me so okochi Alan I'm distract Alan
and on the Alan unim say anko say event man because that is an event organized by NPP. It's an event organized by the party and it is official on show be some onko event be ase on TV no on fra to for gonna that's all
finish and I did na
politics we say me den kan say ati obi ka to akopọ ba no obi ka to akopọ ba Alan to onye be ma ono akọ we tell say ono onye be ma unim ne odo
wadaruma make all customer nkese bi eni diem man nkese bi
no me nkese bi na from antofon dem yo wi ase na ha jondo
engineer ye obi a me ferry no di bu ni die e ma na
ferry at your own peril
inti mesre no
or fit in London say no here don't they evaluate ni
e was say o ka asem a one onya enyina so o say school bi wo honom a ofa course bi wo ho akoye a o kasa o di calculator kra eto ho. First of all, wound to me. These are my own words. I'm not speaking on behalf of Alan. I'm speaking for myself as Nane Sapon. Wound to me enye will be a sebi utafrache. Under normal circumstancesokrano. Menkan wo putokasim. He does not fit as a person to fasten the laces of Alan Kojo.
This is an insult. This is a direct insult.
Alan we nyankopon. Mananusia.
Na Yesu Kristo ka ya hore na.
Mananusia. Yegusu ti nana.
Alan we nyankopon.
Yegusu ti nana.
Then we don't insult people like that. Then Regional Chairman doesn't fit to lace Alan.
Inti asemwana making. He does not fit to lace to fasten the laces of the shoes of Alan Kojo Shamanten. Won't me akwara Alan ebua pijai. He said ye nyina ye nanti wo Alan. No, I'm saying that those times. No, ye young guy to say me. Ye nanti wo you Alan nas. And Alan ebua e pijano. Won't me on a lot of platforms as even stated say enya Alan naka politics ground kwa baby. Alan ene didn't ba politics mo. Alan ene didn't ba MPP mo. Alan ene bua pijano. Ema ni bi nya din a ye friend won't na wedi nipa atemwa wi yera Alan krade se wo hwe video ni yi a sorry se wo bechia no na enye obi hunu keke ene distracting no ofa yeti a ye kase yi me metimi abegina wachi se me ne wo kasa umfi me but immediately you see your producer and na se mranti a woni omu ye adwuma ni bi say or draw your attention to something, you would be quick enough to respond.
And
no other person than the personal protection
officer.
Or sorry if you are kunyaso.
Yes.
Or sorry and unim the na isi wechre ho. And or draw an attention to something. Me. So for your functions I are me kujina ni chimhwe no. Dibia me ba nanim. There is a reason. The personal protection. Number two. This is the point. Number two. This is the point. This is not the first time one. Yako factions are Yako share. Engineer, why are you doing this? No, please don't distract me. No, I don't like it. No, please. Hold on, Mr.
I'm adding something to yours. It's fine. You see, in politics,
I am hear my voice. Sorry, I am
there is nothing like permanent friendship.
Wound to me does not fit to be an enemy. Wound to me does not fit to be an enemy.
He doesn't want to be his enemy. Wound to me doesn't want to be an enemy to Alan.
We will not waste our energy on certain things. I'm sorry.
I say.
Na offer won't to me offer me so won't to me tell you no won't to me tell you offer won't to me tell you no original minister
yes
Simon Simmons. Na serve you. And someone Simon Simmons Afalan will be. No, Ochia. So there was something that okay. Engineer, let me put it on record. Let me put it on record.
For 3 consecutive days.
We those in the Afrafranto fraternity. Alan John Kojo Tremantin, the Irini Nebusuya, they would never in their life waste executive time and energy on Wuntumi.
And yet they shouldn't go and sit in the public spaces and shake hands with everybody. Wuntumi will always go there.
What's cool?